Hey, welcome to Module 11 in Open Campus Education 099 College Success. I can't believe we're already at Module 11. Module 11 is Evaluate. It's the last step in our process of becoming more successful in college. There are 3 areas we're going to look at: making adjustments, common problem areas, and where do you go from here. Making adjustments. First of all, you have to learn to continually evaluate your performance. How am I doing on the tests? When you receive a test back from a faculty member, you need to look at it. Don't just shove it in your backpack or put it in the book. You need to assess it for some problem areas. How am I doing in the class overall? And if you find that you've got questions on either the test performance or class performance, you need to schedule a meeting with your faculty member. Make changes to strategies that are not working. Often it's a bad habit that students have that they persist in using a strategy that's not working. If you think your way of taking notes is not working and that's evidenced by you not doing well on the tests, then stop taking them that way. Work on a new note-taking system. If you think it's how you read and not quite getting enough information from the textbooks, seek tutoring or talk with your instructor. Don't go this alone. Let's start with getting a test back. The first thing you should look for is mistakes that you made. These aren't errors in understanding. These are silly little mistakes like you bubbled in a B when it should have been a C, or you wrote so badly that the teacher couldn't read your handwriting. These are easy fixes. If you make the same mistake over and over, it will affect all of your classes. Then look for the areas in which you did not know the material. Ask yourself, here's how I prepared for this test. How did I fall short? Again, don't stick to a strategy that's not working. There's a whole toolbox that you've gone over in this course. Go back and try to find another tool that'll serve you better. If you find that you're struggling in the class or struggling on the test and you don't quite know what to do, then schedule a meeting with the instructor. No one knows more about the class than your instructor. Be sure and make an appointment and keep that appointment. Most instructors are in their office during their office hours, so you could drop in, but also making appointments a very professional way to do things. Show him or her what you are doing. Show them your notes. Show them your highlighted areas in the textbook. Ask them for recommendations about how to adjust your strategies. They'll, one, respect you for coming by and asking for assistance. Please use the information that they give you. Now, here's another adjustment we may need to make. Are you not doing well in a class? Perhaps even failing it? First, you need to assess if you can pass that class. Be realistic. If there's not enough time left or not enough points left, you may have to drop the class. Can you adjust your time and study preparation to make the grade? Don't go and ask your faculty member to give you more work. You haven't been able to do the work that instructor has already given you. Asking for more just doesn't make sense. You need to do what's available better. Now here's a real warning. Don't stop going to class. So many students reach the point where they don't think they're doing well and they just stop going. If you're going to not attend class, drop the class. It's so much better for your grade point average down the road. If there is no alternative, if you can't fix what's broken, drop the class. On your grade point average, an F is almost impossible to fix. It will hurt you for many, many years. A W, which is a withdrawal, is much easier to fix. Now it means you're going to pay for a class twice, but perhaps that will give you motivation to adjust those strategies and do much better the next time. There's no shame or harm in dropping a class. You need to be aware sometimes we just take on too much. Sometimes we don't apply ourselves for a new situation that we weren't prepared for. Common problem areas that students need to watch for that could help you make those types of adjustment. One is not engaging in the class. Often I find that the students who sit closer to the front of the classroom do better than those that sit in the back of the classroom. Now, it may be that by the time you get to the classroom, the front's already filled, so watch for vacant seats up close and keep creeping up to the front until you're on the very front row. It does mean that the instructor can see you better, but it also means you're more likely to be engaged. Students who are more engaged make better grades. Perhaps you're studying, but it's not directed at the content. It may be time to do a new time log and see how your study time is not being used wisely. You may also want to seek tutoring assistance with people who have excelled at that class previously. You can find those often in learning centers, and teachers might be able to tell you of a past student who has done really well who's still available to help current students. Test preparation. Is your preparation that you're doing not preparing you for what's on the test? This is a problem area you need to consult your faculty member about. Have them take a look at your notes. Have them look at your textbook. This may also be a time to seek a tutor. Problem areas almost always pop up in the areas of math and science, and most commonly it's because students don't practice. Math and science depend on you practicing the problems and working them over and over. Often students say, "I already did that." In math and science, you have to do it again and again and again so that you can recognize the formulas and patterns that are existing in those problems. So, you've done your evaluation. Where do you go from here? Are you doing okay, but you want to do better? Look back over some of your problem areas. Maybe we can work on those by using more information that you gain from this class. Maybe you're steaming along just fine. Then I would tell you, keep up the good work. Don't slack off. Are you ready to move on? Check your goals that you wrote in Module 1. Are you on track? Are you moving too fast or too slow? It sounds silly to say you're moving too fast, but people who move too quickly through coursework might actually kind of burn themselves out. If you're moving too slow, it might mean you're spending longer at one institution than you had planned on. Look forward to the next semester. Do you have your courses already picked out? Do you know the instructors you want to take classes from? Are you still working towards that job career? Do you need to make some adjustments in your career plan or goals? This is what we need to do as we look forward to the future. I want to thank you for being a part of Ed 099 Open Campus College Success. I hope that you find this very helpful. You can go back through it at any time and get the information you need to polish up on your skills that you gained during this time together. Have a great semester.